Hello, I'm in the exact same position because I just basically hit stop record and start record. Anyway, day 1. I begin this record still in the hope that the great work that we have undertaken might one day be of scientific value despite the chaos that has ensued in 6 hours previous. My aim is to remain secure until what help there may be arrives, and to that end I have barricaded myself into a small workshop area in an abandoned part of the mine. I hope that the meager food rations here will keep me alive, and that those I hide from will not jeopardize that. Perhaps this mine really is cursed. It's almost precisely 30 years since that incident brought us here, and now, 30 years on, fate has struck us again. Day 3, I forecasted that today rescue crews would arrive, but I can only hypothesize that they would be unaware of my location, hence busy themselves evacuating other survivors. If they have not arrived by tomorrow, I will go out in search of them. Day 6, my first mistake was to make assumptions on the matter of rescue. My second mistake was to make assumptions of the safety of mine. My third mistake was to act on both of these assumptions in going outside of my safe haven. My best estimate is that I left the workshop where I was secured about 2 days ago in search of aid, and I have only found danger. I approached old living quarters, but curiosity found could find no sign of life whatsoever. I returned in what I thought was the direction from which I had come, but soon found myself in an unfamiliar locale. Confused but focused, I attempted to make my way home, but found myself threatened by some species of feral creature which seems to have made this old mine its home. Although the specimen bore significant interest to me, I chose to retreat, only to find myself outmaneuvered and outnumbered by the beast. I turned and ran, injuring my ankle in the process, which I believe now is most likely a sprain rather than a fracture. For some time I cowered and fled into the dark, but a few hours ago I discovered a door leading to a smaller, disused part of the mine, the key which I still have in my pocket. Within that area I discovered a storeroom, and I think it should keep me safe for some time. This place is a maze. My lesson learned: I will not venture out again until I am certain the area is safe. Day 19. Rescue seems increasingly unrealistic. Supplies diminishing. Lots of spiders in this place. I do not like spiders. Day 34. I caught one of the accursed 8-legged beasts nesting in my open mouth when I woke up this morning. In my surprise, I swallowed it. It's not much to the act of swallowing that it concerns me, but the genus of arachnid. It would most likely be that a cave-dwelling spider would be venomous to any significant degree, but the possibility troubles me all the same. My English is just failing me today. Day 35. Any known venom would have affected me by now, and so today is the first minor cause for celebration I have had since the incident. By lucky coincidence, this revelation also means I have discovered a virtually inexhaustible supply of nutrition. I intend to venture into the basement beneath this storeroom, in the name of science, to discover more about these creatures' natural habitat. Day 50. For 4 days now I have been living solely off the quite considerable sustenance provided by spiders. For some time I was struggling to gather enough of the crunchy little morsels. However, Lady Luck smiled on me once more when the batteries in my torch died, and I made a second life-saving finding. The creature's natural habitat is dark. With my light now diminished, I only need to lie still for a few minutes, and I will have attracted enough beets for a rather hearty meal. So the only important thing I could get from that was the fact that they're scared of light. These will become more creepy over time. But I specifically wanted to read that one to you. And I will do the same a bit later. Ow. 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 Day 71. My earlier assumptions on the benign nature of my cellmates have been made in error. After a careful autopsy, I am convinced that there may be a small volume of natural chemicals stored in my stomach, which, if ingested regularly over a period of time, may become psychotropic or even lethal. My only real chance is to break out of here and raid any stashes of supplies I can find. However, the evidence against such a move is insurmountable. 1. I have no source of light. 2. I swore to myself I wouldn't leave until I heard human voices outside. And 3. The spiders are so tasty. May I remind, this is day 71. Day 100. For the marks I've been making on the walls and my scribbled diary entries, which in the dark may amount to an illegible scrawl, today is my 100th day of my new life. Over the past month, my edible friends have become more and more aggressive and have swelled in number and size. Whether or not this is a result of my plundering their ecosystem, I am unsure. However, at this rate of growth, they will soon be too large to crawl through the gaps in the walls. For all I know, I could be only seeing the tip of the iceberg. If all else fails, and I am never recovered, I hope that at least my study of, and indeed involvement with these fascinating creatures, will one day be regarded as an important point in natural history. The greatest names in modern science got there more through fluke than talent, and it appears that this rule has extended itself to my discovery of these delicious new species. I only pray that the second rule deems my breakthrough too insignificant, for all great discoveries tend to consume their inventor. Okay, so now that I'm near dead, ow. Yep, I just died to steam. So as it turns out, I'm really bad at dodging steam. No, now I have to go back and read all of those again. Oh, you remember that wolf friend? Well, I guess that's my wolf friend now. I lack a proper wolf friend. Already read that one to you, and we will continue through the maze. There's my wolf friend again. What? Was I always just playing this game on easy or something? Hello again. Oh yeah, eggshells. If it weren't for the pieces, that would be a normal-sized egg. However, since the pieces are gigantic, I wouldn't consider it a normal-sized egg. Alright, seems I've gotten past it. I don't have the key, so screw it, I can break locks. Where's my pipe? I swear there was a way to twist this. Oh. There we are. Alright, so I've got lighter fluid gas, and I thought I had a lighter, but apparently I don't. I thought I had picked one up from earlier. I know I was supposed to, but apparently I didn't. Anyway. Time to go play Macho Man Randy Savage. Oops, there's the eggshell. And pick me up a ladder. This is, of course, where the spiders came from, but they are not here anymore, and frankly, I'm okay with this. Lovely. Well, something just happened to someone that I'm not an entirely big fan of. But now I get to go up. Oh god, that's some blood. That is some blood. That is some serious blood. There's like blood all the way to outside. There's some blood there. Beef jerky. Oh crap. Oh, I heard spider noises. You couldn't have gone through this. There's a hole there. I don't know if you guys can tell, but there's a hole there. Oh god, the blood does go inside the hole. Okay. Okay. So, something just carried a man through that hole. Okay, so I obviously didn't... Yes, because I needed to know about the wires. I obviously didn't remember the entire thing about this game, but I do remember something coming up that really is not a fan of mine. But for one, day 200. It has been some time since I recorded any findings in relation to the spiders with whom I have shared my existence for the past 8 months, partly due to my enforced retreat from their basement territory. Not too long ago, their behavior became overly aggressive, and so I've attempted to barricade the main entrance to their lair and secure myself within one of the smaller rooms above it, the only one with an operational door lock. The other reason that I've been recovering from a minor operation, which I was forced to conduct myself without the aid of anesthetic. Even if I did have any anesthetic or surgical tools, I couldn't afford to be less than diligent in my work, so the anesthetic was out. Surgical tools are all well and good, but although it may be becoming old and rusty, I still trust my penknife to do the job just as well. The procedure itself was elementary, though, a simple amputation of a non-vital organ. I began to notice a thick glue-like substance forming on my tongue and was forced to accept that it had become infected through constant toxic ingestion. If you didn't figure out what just happened, you'll see it in a second. Another century of days come and goes. It seems like so long since I escaped there. At some stage since my last entry, I attempted to return from whence I came. That from which I was originally fleeing seems a fate far worse than the one I now face. However, in the time I've arrived from a larger mind system, a cave-in has occurred, blocking any further progress. I was forced to return and accept whatever end life had in store for me. I can still hear my aggressive little friend scratching on the door to my cell. Anyway. Oh, a little smiley face with some spiders. How adorable. Oh. I did mention, that is quite a bit of blood. A couple of things which you're going to want to see. One, which is the first thing you get to look at when you come into this room here. This, my friend, is the severed tongue of the man who just left. Isn't that wonderful? Let me zoom it in close for you. You get to take a good look at that tongue. Yep. And this is a dead spider. Lovely, isn't it? This is how the man had been eating. Yeah, so I'm gonna go vomit now. Not seriously.